Rocio, I was out here waiting for MIGS and Carla down the street a little bit at the store because I was getting something to drink, and I was gonna meet with them because I was gonna get them food, and you texted me, you called me, said, "Hey, MIGS and Carla have been arrested." What happened, Rocio?
I got home to cook dinner, and I was cooking dinner. There was an argument outside, and I kept cooking dinner, and all of a sudden, cops pull up, and I guess there was a conflict. One of the neighbors called and complained, and they got arrested. Mix had a warrant for his arrest. I'm waiting to see what's going on. Migs is going to be there doing time, but I'm trying to get Carla out. I don't know her bond. I don't know, but she has a help here. I tried talking to her. They wouldn't let me talk to her. I gave them my information so she can contact me. Me and my daughter are trying to figure out how to get her out and move forward with her with help. I know MIGS is going to do time, and that's something that he probably needs so he can be able to come out clean. I don't have any information right now.
I'm glad you understand that he's gonna do some time just from the ankle monitor alone being taken off. That's serious in the state of Arizona. And then he had all these pending charges that he had to answer to. He had sentencing for previous charges that he didn't go to. That's why they put the ankle monitor on him. Cut that off. So that's an additional, right? So we won't see him for a while, but maybe that's a blessing, okay?
Yes.
But I'm concerned for Carla because we all know that Carla doesn't belong in there. Carla's not from the street. She's
young.
Yeah, she's young, doesn't know, and she needs help. I think when we find out, we'll find out probably the next couple days what the bail amount is, and we're going to assist with that. Okay, we'll try to help out the Lost in Phoenix family. We'll try to assist with that because you still want her here.
Yeah.
She's welcome here in your home because you're trying to assist her, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I was trying to tell the cops. I don't know, like, if she felt, because they wouldn't let me talk to her, and I don't know if she felt, because as soon as that happened and I seen them take him out, I came right out, and they wouldn't let me get closer, and I am like, she probably thinks that I'm going to be mad, I don't want her around, all this. I want her to know that. I wanted to tell her, call me so I can help you. Don't go anywhere else, call me, we'll figure something out. But they wouldn't let me, and they're like, what are you to her? That's my nephew's girlfriend. Oh, you're not family? No, they wouldn't let me talk to her, and they just put her in the car, and they didn't let me talk to her, and I'm like, she's probably going to think I'm mad at her, that my help is not available. And I told him, no, I want her to know. So when the cop opened the door, Carla, call me, don't go anywhere, call me, just don't go anywhere. And I told the cop, can you give her my number? So he wrote it down, he would give it to her. I go, Carla, please call me. And she said she would. She wants me to get a hold of her mom, but she understands that the help's here. I'm not going to stop helping her. And separation is the best for them. I'm hoping that maybe them being separate, him being in a place where they're going to have more control over him, is going to get him cleaned during this time, and I can work with Carla, and it's easier. I think she's easier to help because all these days I worked with her, and she was doing good. She was doing really good, and she would hurt. She goes, I'm hurting. And then I would I would change the subject and get her busy, and we were laughing and talking, and she would forget about that. Like, I could tell she was hurting, but I would just get her busy or do things. And I know she did hurt. I'm not going to say she didn't use, but I wouldn't see her. She wouldn't come to me that way. But I noticed the difference because during those days, it wasn't like today or ever since he came back, like, he just wanted to be in the backyard, and I couldn't talk to him. I couldn't even say Migs. He would just tell me, I'm talking to my lady, like, you bother me, you this, and it's a complete different person. So that's when I realized, you know what, it's gonna be hard. I don't like the idea that this happened, but I'm not leaving Karla. Like, my focus right now is Karla, because I know that she's gonna be clean. He's gonna come out clean, and if one of them is using, if she leaves and continues using, he's gonna look for her, and it's gonna go back to the same thing. And if they both get clean, they're gonna see each other better, or realize, you know what, this is not for me, and part ways and do better by themselves, or do better together. But this needs to happen. They need to be separated.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. If this had to happen, let's try to make it the best possible outcome for both, right?
Yeah.
And again, my major concern would be for Karla, because she has really no experience being locked up in there, right?
Yeah.
And I'm glad to hear that you're willing to continue to help her. You've told me that the past couple times I've talked to you that she's very receptive to you, right? She probably looks at you as a mother type figure, right? Because she really hasn't had that in a few years, and so she respects you and she appreciates the help you're giving her. You're not giving up. I sent you her mom's number, Maria, so when we're done here, you're going to call her, contact her, so have a conversation, so she knows, she's aware, because the only manner in which she is aware of her daughter's whereabouts is through these videos.
Yeah.
Right? She'll text me, she'll call me, and I kind of just fill her in on the little that I know, right?
Yeah.
So I think this is a blessing in disguise for both, and it's going to work out as best as it can, right?
Yeah.
If we just leave them on their own, right?
I honestly feel that I feel it's going to be so much easier, and I have a lot of faith that we are going to accomplish a lot more this way. Like, I know that, I truly believe that this is going to be a change where I'm not going to feel like pressured of finding a way to communicate without being misunderstood, or seeing that, okay, I'm here with you, you're understanding me, because Karla would understand me, but me, you were taking a bad way, and it's like being pulled both ways, and she would go towards him. Why? Because her body needed it during these 2 days. But I know, I don't believe, I know that she's gonna get clean. I know for a fact. I've been with them these days. I've talked to her. I've been around her, and before I met her, I would hear things, the same comments I made there. I'm not the type of person that goes based on what people tell me. So I was very observant, and I just stayed quiet, and I observed how they would react, how they would treat each other, and that's when I seen, okay, this is what's going on. I'm looking at it. No one's telling me. I'm looking at it, and I know for a fact that it's gonna go positively for her, and I'm not gonna give up on her. So as long as she lets me, which I know she will, because she's told me, I'll stay with you. Even before he went to court, if I go to jail, can she stay with you? I said yes, and she's like, okay. And I noticed, because me was like, I'm leaving. I go, you don't want to leave, Karla? She goes, I don't want to be in the streets. And I go, let's start cleaning houses. Yeah, let's do this. So I know that she's gonna do better. I know we're gonna get a positive thing out of this. It's gonna be a complete different Karla. This is where it's gonna end for her. I know it is.
Do you think not having that influence of MIGS there will help? Will kind of clear the path for you to make it easier?
It's not just MIGS, it's anyone that consumes. So even if MIGS is not around, if she's surrounded by people that are gonna do it, even though she wants to get better, she's gonna fall back in it. So even if MIGS is out of the picture and she starts dating someone else that is, it's gonna be the same thing. So what I'm trying to get her is to stay out of it. So I want her to reach out to me. I want to bail her out. I don't want her to get the opportunity to go back in the streets, for not even for a minute. I want to be able to get her out, bring her with me, and say, okay, this is how it is. And, this is how it's going to be. We're going to help you. I'm not going to force you, but I want you to work with me, because you don't want to go to jail. This is what's going to keep happening if you continue that life. Let's change it. Let's do better for you.
That's a great plan. I'm 100% on board with that. We're going to raise the bail money right away, starting tomorrow. as soon as this video goes up, and then you're gonna go grab her.
Yes.
You're gonna pick her up,
Yeah.
or I'm gonna pick her up.
Well,
But we can't let her go back
No.
to
Or we can both go together.
what just to get her here
Yes.
with you, because you're gonna be that guardian, that kind of person. It's like you said, she was with me. We were busy, we were talking, so she wasn't thinking about that life.
Yeah.
But if she were to get out, they just let her out. She's just gonna go back to where doing
Yeah.
the same thing she's been doing for years, right?
Yeah, because when was it? Tuesday? I woke up early and I'm like, guys, let's go walk. Let's do this. Let's get distracted. Let's go. She goes, I don't like to walk. I'm like, well, let's walk. You know what? Let's go to the park. I took her. We were out all day. We went to the park and we were talking to the people in the park. And there was substance there. And I'm like, no, I'm helping her. She was doing a lot more. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, she was. And they were asking her, how are you doing it? I go, we're walking around. And I'm having her see that she's better. And they're like, they even gave her a Snuggie. They gave her shoes. And this lady's like, I know you from YouTube, and gave her flowers. And she was so happy. She goes, yeah, these are beautiful flowers. I love them. I'm like, yeah. So we just kept walking. And then we went to go see some centers, because during that time, she goes, you know what? I will go to counseling. And that's when I called you. She wants to go to counseling. And we were going to go to counseling. I talked to Miggy. He goes, yeah, I'll do counseling. And all this.
Rocio, thank you very much for giving me the update. Thank you for telling us, letting us know. We're going to continue to work together and give Karla the help that she hasn't had in a while, okay? So
Yeah.
thank you very much. We'll stay in contact, and we'll be talking very soon, okay?
Okay, thank you.